After last week's tour of the press box.
Wasn't that great?
It was.
It was unbelievable.
Marcus did a great job with the editing.
Unbelievable.
I'm
telling you
what,
Marcus doesn't get enough credit.
No, he does not.
I'm telling you right now,
He
CBS
makes you look good.
Oh, absolutely. And you, I mean,
Well,
trust me.
that's harder.
But I will tell you this, CBS doesn't do him enough justice.
No, I
I'm going
agree.
to say that on here right now. Marcus is the key to this show.
Marcus is the show.
I'm just telling you right now.
I agree 100%.
And anyone out there, I should be his publicist. Anyone out there that needs any
Don't you have enough jobs?
type of work in this space, I'm telling you, go see Marcus. There's not a better one out there in this region.
Oh, there you go.
I'm serious.
I agree with you. Marcus is the man.
100%.
You throw him curveballs in different places. Now we're back upstairs today. That doesn't miss a beat.
He's the best. I'm just
Doesn't
telling
miss
you.
a beat.
He's the best.
So you got a scrimmage last week. You didn't
know.
go upstairs for the scrimmage. We watched the game from upstairs for the first time.
Yeah, I like to be
great
with the
view.
people. I like to be with the people. You know
You
what I
stood
mean?
on the 10-yard line alone.
I stood
And
there.
these people
and
walked up to you, and they bowed down to you.
Oh,
and
whatever.
Then
And then I
walked
went
away.
up to, and I sat in the east side of the stadium, just watched it there. I thought it was really good. I think, look, I mean, there were some drop passes early, et cetera, but we just play so much harder.
It was a good scrimmage. It's it's the 10th
Yeah,
practice.
100%. That's right.
People get excited about it. It was the 10th practice.
Right.
It really, and he does not do scrimmages like everybody does scrimmage. These are, the next scrimmage will be the big one. It's also the one where we've been guaranteed we'll get a quarterback start by next week. So next week we'll actually have a quarterback.
Here we go.
You ready for that? Do you get the vote on that?
I do not get the vote, and I don't want to vote.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just wondered about that. So, quarterbacks were interesting. Defense looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: there was interest there. There was some people in the crowd. There was some interest there. It was
It's
early in
great.
the morning.
Just feels so much better, you know.
And next time you're going to host a party up in your new box, so you might want to throw a donut or two in there for us in the morning.
Okay.
You know?
I don't eat donuts, but I'll make sure I get a get
Clearly,
a
I
few.
do. Clearly, I do. All right, so we're gonna a lot of things to talk about, as always with you guys in the Southland Conference. You re-signed your Southland ESPN deal. It looked similar to the last deal. I've been told by the commissioner and others that more news is coming out about TV deals.
Yes.
Possibly deals with other networks even.
Correct.
So, anything you want to share with us?
No, I'll let the Southland break that. But I'm really excited about what was negotiated. I think Chris and his staff did a great job. It's really going to continue to enhance our league and have more linear TV in our league. I'm excited about it. I'm really.
That's the interesting thing is I've talked to Chris. He didn't really say what it was, but he said there's going to be more linear opportunities with the other networks that come in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's. I don't want to say too much, but I'm excited. I think the Southland is in as good a position as it's ever been. I really believe that.
Possibly a talk show like this on the Southland.
I mean, why wouldn't
Meat Heath. It's going to be called Meat Heath.
They should.
It'll be huge. It'll make huge numbers in
Oh,
Hammond.
100%.
Huge numbers in Hammond.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Hammond loves us, right?
Oh, Hammond loves you. But the TV deal itself is they're going to be back in the championship games of the men's and women's again, the semifinal. You do get one more game on linear. But I think the interesting thing this year is you're going to open up the football season on linear TV in the
Correct.
Southland Conference, which I think
it's
is a
awesome.
great bonus.
I think it's great. And we'll have other linear opportunities on, like you said, on other networks, which I think is going to be really cool.
I think that expanding that from the ESPN and getting off ESPN just exclusively will be a big help. It'll kind of influence the brand into I can get it here, I can get it in some other places.
right.
It makes it look like it's more wanted too.
That's exactly right.
So that's an interesting take on that. Okay, basketball. Hey, you have a schedule.
We have a schedule, and we found two opponents to actually play us that are above our level. So,
And you're getting some good money from them.
yeah, not bad. We've got Michigan and Rhode Island. So, excited about that. It was Robbie did an unbelievable job. It's a lot. I mean, it's a good problem to have because people don't want to play us.
People don't want to play you, but you got Michigan, you're going back. First time ever at Rhode Island. The interesting thing for me is the first time I went back and looked at all the records. McNeese State will be playing on all three coasts this year.
Yeah. You must
Rhode
have
Island.
you must have no life. I mean, really, to come up with that stat. I mean, I remember you texted that to me. I'm like, I mean, really? Like,
I think
okay.
we understand that.
Okay.
But
that's true.
Rhode Island is right on the ocean,
Yes.
on the Atlantic.
That's the Atlantic.
Yes, that is the. Thank you. And then we go Santa Clara on the Pacific.
That's the Pacific. Correct.
And then you're going to be right on the Gulf Coast when you play Corpus Christi.
Correct.
Look at that.
Yeah. What about that? Isn't it unbelievable?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think that's showing you.
I mean, I just love the fact that on a Saturday night at a random 6 p.m. I get a text from you saying, "Hey, did you know?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's great info, Jim." On a Saturday night at 6 o'clock, I'm sure your wife is really excited that you're Googling however we played on. I mean, love that. Love that for you, Jim.
That shows what kind of life I have, doesn't it? When we come back, we'll have Tom Hoefer talk about his time at McNeese as he goes into another year with Matt Viator.
Yeah,
he goes all the way back.
Tom's awesome. Glad to have him.
We'll be right back.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Tell me how the day unfolds. Traffic fast or traffic slow. The feeling is so fine, I gotta say. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I roam. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I go. Go, everywhere I go.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. I have a special guest with us today, maybe the voice of the Cowboys. Tom Hoefer, how are you, my friend?
I am doing great, thank you.
Welcome.
Retired Tom Hoefer.
Yes.
I know. I mean,
Man of leisure.
unbelievable. What are you doing with all your time?
So I'm not ever wearing socks anymore. This is the best part about retirement. I don't have to wear socks.
Love
That's
it.
great, except at the gym.
Love
it. We're working on some things at the house because it's been neglected with
for years, yeah.
2 jobs and
For sure.
getting ready for football season. I will be so much better prepared in 2025 than I have been in past
awesome.
years when I was worried about at the parish working there and worried about hurricane season and all the other stuff. that I had
for
going
sure.
on. So,
Well,
great to be here.
I'll tell you what, you are you're a fixture here. You have unbelievable support, and you have a lot of respect throughout this region for what you've done for McNeese. So, talk a little bit about this, Tom. Coach V's back.
Yeah.
When you saw it, number one, what did you think? And then after seeing him back, and obviously you were at the scrimmage and been at practice, what's your take?
Well, Coach Viator is my favorite coach of all time here at McNeese, and I really appreciated his time here, the professionalism that he showed to me and other members of the media, and the way he conducted himself and the way he asked his team to conduct themselves. And all of that was just absolutely the very best. And I knew when he came back that he was going to be successful because the fan base was going to love it. The support from the community and NIL and other types of sponsorships, like we've seen with the naming rights to the stadium, to now Navarre Stadium, all of that was going to be enhanced by the fact that he was back. And so it's very, very exciting. I appreciate the way he treated me when he was here the first time. I like him, and it's going to be good.
So you were at practice before in the last few years, and then you've been at practice recently this year. Tell Polk Nation what's different.
I think that the practice is more focused now. I think it's more teaching now. And the organization is, as it always has been with Coach Viator, it's just very, very well organized. Every moment that they spend out there has a purpose, and they are working on that purpose, and they're never getting off track on things like that. That's just the way Coach Viator has always operated. So, yeah.
Okay, Tom, Eastern Illinois great alum.
Yeah.
Eastern Illinois, Charleston, Illinois.
Charleston, Illinois.
I've been
yes,
there
sir.
many times.
Many times.
I have. When I was in coaching in Tennessee Martin, decade or so ago, they were in the OVC. Yeah, been there many times.
Everything always revolves around your career, man. It's just amazing to me.
You know what, Tom?
Amazing to me.
I really should have. You're maybe the one guest that I didn't warn and really apologize to before we started. Like it's you're going to kind of get some of the abuse that I take on a weekly basis. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. But thank goodness he wore a jacket today, so it's great.
So when you got here at McNeese, could you ever imagine what it looks like now today?
No.
Because I mean, not just what we've gone through the last 5 years, but you've gone on this long ride with this school. What's it like now compared to then?
Well, so I moved here in 1988. And this is interesting for old-time Cowboy fans, my only real knowledge of McNeese was Leonard Smith, because I was a St. Louis football Cardinals fan.
Wow.
Yeah, way back when. And Leonard Smith was a first-round draft choice from McNeese for the Cardinals back in 79 or 80, somewhere in there. And that was all I knew about McNeese. And then over time, I was able to do some broadcasting here on television with McNeese, and then became the radio broadcaster in 2000. And my first game was at the Orange Bowl against the University of Miami. So that was quite an experience for my first game as the play-by-play voice for the Cowboys. But the changes, everything has changed in college athletics, and everything has changed in technology and the way we bring broadcasts and other things, information out to the community and to the fan base, and all of that has changed. And then when you talk about the facilities, this magnificent arena that we're in here, we played at Burton when I first got here, and it was fine. It was great. It was functional. Nothing wrong with it, but we would be dispatched for the month of February because the rodeo was coming in and things like that. So this building is absolutely special.
It's their home.
Yeah, it's a highlight of the conference. It's got all of the best things. And now that we've seen and visited and actually watched the scrimmage in the new press box and luxury box area at Navarre Stadium, it is so far beyond expectations, and it is so far beyond what else we have in the Southland Conference that it is just
ridiculous.
Like, it's remarkable, and I'm delighted. I can't wait to actually call a game from there.
I have a question that's an interesting one. One fan actually asked me to ask this question. How do you differ in broadcasting when you do radio compared to television?
Oh, 100%, yeah. So radio, they cannot see the action. They know absolutely nothing about what occurred in this play or on this slam
That's a good
dunk or
point.
whatever.
That's a
So
good
you
point.
explain everything that you can as best you can, and you got to be cautious, and you can leave out some extraneous stuff because the game's moving on.
Yeah.
But with television, it's much more about what the circumstance is now, and it's an 8-2 run for the Cowboys, and those types of things that are more important than actually describing it. And this is the hard thing for me to do when I do television, is that my radio background makes me want to explain everything.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. They can see it, and so that's the biggest thing in the difference in calling the games.
When we come back on Poke Nation, we'll get more with Tom Hoefer after this.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinand. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinand Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
We're back with Tom Hoefer, voice of the Cowboys, basically back since 1988.
It's awesome.
Back when you were just out of the Panther Lounge. Yeah. Just out hanging out at the Panther Lounge. A couple of years ago, you went back to Charleston.
I did. It was great.
For a game.
So I think 3 years ago, Eastern Illinois came here, and that was great. I got to talk to their people and all that. But going back 2 years ago to that game, and it was a heartbreaking loss for the Cowboys.
Should've won that
They
game.
played so well in the first half, and then lost it to the Panthers in the fourth quarter, and took a 60-yard field goal to do that. But I don't have family back in Southern Illinois where I grew up, but I have friends everywhere, and so I was able to get together with some of my fraternity brothers from Eastern Illinois and some other friends. And we went back to, it was actually Ike's where we went to, which was the watering hole of choice for my fraternity, Sigma Pi. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I
You ever
love
hang
it.
out at the Panther Lounge?
I have not. No, I was in and out of Charleston. I didn't spend much time there.
I've spent some time at the Panther Lounge.
So,
unfortunately.
you obviously have called so many games and had so many moments. What are some of, maybe two or three, or just one, a moment that's like, man, that you just always hold on to?
Yeah, my number one disappointing moment was the game, I think it was 2014 at Nebraska. McNeese nearly upset the Cornhuskers, and I can't get into this without bringing Johnny Sidham into the story. So we are, McNeese has the football, I think it was at the 4-yard line, first and goal, trailing by 3 with about 5 minutes left in the ball game. And I started, it's very rare that I get nervous. I started getting nervous because I started thinking, Tom, you have been doing this for 20 years. This is the moment that you get to call that upset.
Yeah.
And your highlights are going to be on ESPN, Sports Center, and that kind of
And
stuff.
ESPN had actually shifted over on they're linear to that
That's
game
correct.
because of the upset.
And so that was my first thought. And then I looked over at Johnny Sidem, and my second thought was, Johnny, I have earned this. I get to say touchdown. You don't talk over me. And I didn't say it out loud, but that was what was thinking of in my mind. And of course, forgot it's Abdullah, the tailback for Nebraska, took a 60-yarder in the very last seconds to win that game. And
took a little pass out of the backfield. 60 yards.
Exactly. And it's funny, if you go to YouTube and look up, they've got a video out there that's seen at millions of views, and it's these heartbreaking losses called by the losing team's radio broadcaster.
Oh my gosh!
And so I'm on that, and people will, every year or so it circulates around, and somebody will text me or email me. So that's my number one disappointing loss. My favorite victory of all time was the game at Appalachian State, 2012 or 13, somewhere in that time frame. And Appalachian State they had won a couple of national championships. They had the great quarterback still there at that point, and they wanted a very, very high-quality opponent to be their first opponent in their upgraded stadium. And so they had this just jam-packed crowd. They were just, they were blowing away everybody, and McNeese went in there, and Coach Viator engineered a classic Coach Viator drive. Took about 10 minutes to go. They scored the winning touchdown with just seconds left to go in the game. And there was never any time that I was more proud.
You know what's funny, right? Is you look at, because we talked about this, Jim and I, is from that game was 2012?
Somewhere in that time frame, yeah.
And now we're in 25, so 13 years. Where App State went?
Yes.
And the administration at the time were like all gas. We're going, and look what they've become. And we decided not to, if you will. Yeah. And now, so it's just interesting. You go back and see those games and those, you look at, even the same Houston, it's just, but the good thing is, I really believe that we are in a situation now with the leadership at this university that if and when those things happen, we're ready. Yeah. But it's just interesting that we were playing on the same level and beat App State at App State 13 years ago.
That was a period of time when Viator was beating FBS schools. He bludgeoned South Florida.
South Florida, Middle Tennessee. ULL was in that same time frame, and just had a reputation at that time that even if McNeese didn't win, that they were going to give that opponent.
They were a scary team, and they were getting good games because of that. And that's an interesting take, because you see and that's why I think the UL game is so fascinating this year. Is if it's close, there's going to be
I wouldn't bet against Coach V.
There was another great thrill was to see our quarterback take a knee on the 10-yard line or thereabouts at their stadium. That was a good thrill back in, I want to say that was 07 or 08, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So there's a precedent that's there that's okay. Well, let's get you out on this one.
Yeah.
What's the funniest McNeese story that doesn't get you in trouble with Johnny Sidem?
Let's see. I am gonna do a Johnny Sidem story. This is a clean one. So when Johnny passed away a couple years ago, this family asked me to speak at his funeral and tell some stories, and I said, "Is the funeral going to be in a church, or is it going to be at a funeral home? Because if it's at the church, that's going to considerably constrict my pool of potential stories to tell." But regardless, and I did tell this story. We had some great boosters back in the day that Johnny called Mr. T. They were both Mr. T. Mr. Tritico, Russell Tritico, and Mr. Tuminello, Tommy Tuminello. And they would always visit us in the booth. And I believe this was Mr. Tuminello that came in. Johnny's relationship with these boosters was purely he teased them about how short they were. That was his entire relationship with them. So we're doing the broadcast. Mr. Tuminello had come into the booth to visit with us and just watch us for a moment. And I said, and McNeese leads 34-14. And Johnny chimes in, and that just happens to be Mr. T's pant size, 34-14.
Oh, my gosh. That's a good one to end on. I love it.
Thank you, Tom. When we come back, we'll get Heath's final thoughts on this.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
We're back. Tom Hoefer's been around a long time. Back to Matt Viator. All right, you're the guy that brought him back.
Yep.
One of the things at scrimmage the other day is he got upset because the only time I've seen him practice where they lost their discipline, and he jumped on him right away.
Yeah. That's what's different, right?
That's one of the things, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of differences, but I think that was one of the big ones that I noticed, and I've noticed it all camp. There's just attention to detail. You know, I say this about Coach V. You know, he might walk softly, but he carries a really big stick. And there's a respect that that players have, and I always used to say this as a coach. Players know if you know.
Yeah.
Right? And players know what a good practice is, what a good game plan is. You're not going to fool them. And, you know, I think that what Coach does really well is cast the vision and coaches his coaches really, really well. I mean, he's in the DB room, he's in the running back room. Like, he's a CEO and a head coach. And I think everyone through the program feels it.
And the one thing that I've always said about it is when you have a leadership coach, your discipline takes care of itself because the kids that want to be coached will make sure the kids that don't want to be coached aren't in the room.
Correct.
That's right. It's almost like a classroom. The goofballs will get away with it if the kids that want to be taught don't want to deal with it.
That's right.
But the ones that want to be coached hard, want to be coached effectively, will rule the room because they will outnumber them.
That's exactly right.
And they will make the other ones feel uncomfortable, and they will either leave the program or adapt.
And
you rule yourself.
The other thing I think that Polk Nation and our fans can really rest assured of is that he's going to put the players in the positions to make the plays. Now, you know, we still have to do that. We still have to tackle. We still have to pass. We still have to catch. But as far as the scheming wise and the organization and putting ourselves in a position to not beat ourselves and to make the plays that are presented to win, 100% that's what's going to happen with Coach V.
Yeah, and they'll be ready. They'll be scripted. They'll be prepared. We saw some chaos in the last couple of years. And I'm not saying just the last 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. It's been 7 or 8 years where we saw chaos on the sidelines, calling timeouts after TV timeouts, the jumping off sides and the lack of discipline. We've seen that for 6, 7 years.
The personal fouls.
So that had to be cleaned up first.
Yep.
We saw it cleaned up. We've seen it cleaned up. So now you're 2 weeks away from opening day almost. Mm-hmm. What's our first group?
We mean our first
group. Our first band. We got to get into your other job.
Sorry. The concert promoter.
Promoter.
The Friday before, we are weighing tubes inside the Legacy Center. So we're going to go back to what we did last year because it's in late August. It's either beyond hot or it's going to rain.
Or mosquitoes are going to eat you up.
Right. So we're saying, hey, we're bringing the first one into the Legacy Center. Like we did last year, and we are going to kick off with the Grammy winner, Wayne Tubes.
Look at that! And
how about that?
Anybody? Do we have a new sponsor for anything this week or something?
Oh, you know what? We got a big one coming. I think so. We'll see. Well,
that's your gig.
Well, what do you mean it's my gig? It's my other job, right? Like
that's one of many. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. But look, I mean, we're always looking to continue to advance the institution and advance athletics. And
how excited are you? You got 16 seconds here. How excited are you about the opening night?
Beyond excited. I've been waiting for this for 4 years. This has been 4 years in the making, and I cannot wait to open this building.
Hottest invitation in town into your press box?
Oh, 100%. Oh, actually, Dr. Roos's. Yes.
I don't get one of those either. We'll see you next week. We hopefully have Matt Viator on Polk Nation.